You ready?
So here's how it goes.
So good.
I'm in the Alien Museum in Roswell, which I drove well out of my motherfucking way. How else do you get to the Roswell Alien Museum? So I was going out of the way. I go through this little alien town, and by saying alien town, I mean there's a McDonald's that's shaped like a goddamn UFO there. It's fucking exceptional.
That's
Had a
fire.
small fry left.
Small
Anyway,
fry, no drink.
No, I don't. I try to stay away
If you
from.
honestly, if you eat fries and you didn't get a drink,
Pizza's
you're,
my
you're,
weakness.
You're a fucking
Pizza Hut
sicko.
stuffed crust or bust.
I could never just have like a whole thing of fries without a soda. Okay, sorry.
So, anyways, I'm in Roswell, and there's a girl in there with a greyhound, and my dog's pulling towards hers. And naturally, we are the only two people with dogs in the Alien Museum on this random day. And I walk up to her, and obviously my dog's pulling towards yours. You know, make a little conversation.
You see what the dogs are saying here.
And I said, "So, what brings you to the Alien Museum? You know?" And she said, "To see an alien. Why else would you come to Roswell?" I went, "Whoa." I said, "You think you get to go ahead and tell me everything that you know about what's going on in this place?" She said, "Yeah." Next thing I knew, I went on a tour of the entire UFO fucking museum with this girl who knew everything about it. She was breaking it down for me, right? Mm-hmm. We leave out of that motherfucker, and we go outside, and we're talking, and this girl's got a weird vibe coming off her dog, a stink vibe, bro. Like, this bitch don't smell good.
The girl?
The girl doesn't smell good.
She doesn't smell good.
So she lives in a Subaru Forester.
Huge turn off. Holy shnikes. All
Can't
right,
deal
keep
with
going.
it. No. So she is in a Subaru Forester, okay? And she is living in there with her greyhound. Turns out that she's from Switzerland. She snips bud off trees in Northern California for money. Then she travels all over in her Subaru Forester with her dog, and she drove to the Mayan mountains and drove through Mexico and went through into Central America and drove back. And on her way back from her journey, she wanted to see the Fire and Ice Caves in Albuquerque, outside of Albuquerque, and Roswell is right outside of there. And she was down on her luck with money, and she had just came back from Mexico, where she got DMT off the back of a frog, which was secreted from the venom of a frog. It's called 5-MeO
I've heard about
DMT.
This. Crazy.
So she had $500 worth of 5-MeO DMT that she was willing to sell me for $400. Mm-hmm. And I said, "Well, you're goddamn right. I'll give you $400 for that 5-MeO DMT. I think I'm going to turn you down on the Fire and Ice
Take
Caves.
it.
I think I'm going to turn you down on the Fire and Ice Caves tonight. I smell a weird vibe coming off of you that I can't describe."
Yeah.
I leave that motherfucking situation. Had a great conversation with the girl. Smoked blunt. She taught me about the Alien Museum. Sold me DMT. Enlightened me quite a bit. Then I get in the car, start driving, and realize I have no pictures with this girl and no videos with this girl, and I have no contact information for this girl, and I somehow didn't get her number. Mm-hmm. Jedi mind tricks of a motherfucking alien dog who sold me DMT.
You think an alien sold you DMT? Honestly, you might not be wrong.
Bro, 6'4" bitch with shoulders like Michael Phelps, bro.
He left that out to the end.
This girl had goddamn long blonde hair.
Was she hot?
Was she hot? Eyes kind of a little wide apart, and yeah, I would have hit it. I would have fucking hit it.
So
I had a lot on my mind. My dog just died. I was in the Alien Museum.
You were in a weird
Roswell.
place.
She already was willing to sell me DMT.
But dude,
didn't know what else she was working with in that Subaru.
Dude, but think about it.
Didn't know what kind of fucking.
Who the fuck do you think you're gonna meet at the Alien Museum in fucking Roswell? Like you're gonna meet. If anyone's there, they're gonna be like that.
The blonde alien.
But she served you an amazing purpose.
Served me DMT.
How did the DMT trip go?
So I smoked DMT with another buddy of mine who's a real fighter. Fucking vicious fighter. And I find that a lot of those guys in the fighter world, they love that shit. So I never smoked DMT, and I wanted to bust this DMT out, bro. And I'll tell you right now, I've smoked DMT about 5 times now. Mm-hmm. That 5-MeO DMT is a little different. And I saw them little worker.
I saw Joe Rogan talking
I saw
about
them
that.
little worker elves is what they call it. All right.
Oh, I heard about that.
All
I
right.
heard about that.
All right. I saw these guys on this 5-MeO DMT. Can I really sit here and try to pretend that I know or remember or whatever? I actually kind of can, dog. I've smoked DMT like 5 or 6 times. The bitch sold me 2 different kinds. The alien. She told me 2 different kinds. It was black and an orange char, right? And I smoked it. I smoked the black kind when I was in Dallas, seeing my homie. They watched me smoking in the backyard, bro. I saw aliens immediately when I looked at the moon. I smoked it, not a lot, not a hit. You're supposed to take 3 big ass hits.
Yeah.
3 big ass hits, and then it takes you to the fucking moon, right? I took like a little ass hit and like stared at the moon because I wanted to see aliens, dog. And I did, and I went right inside, and I was like, this is no good out here. So I didn't hit it and whack it again. When I whacked it in fucking New Jersey, though, bro, and I was with my fighter homie who had smoked a ton, we whacked the shit out of it, man, and I did it the way it was properly done. I sat down with my homie, and we went on the same exact trip.
You blasted off?
No, I blasted off 5 or 6 times in my life. This time that I'm talking about, I sat next to my friend on that 5-MeO, that yellow type, orangey type, red rock type from Mars type looking DMT. That shit,
I don't even know
we
that.
hit this shit at the same time on that, sitting on the edge of a bed. We just both hit as hard as we could, big as we could, and we both sat back, right?
Yeah, I've
Bro,
seen.
we
I've
went
seen
on
some
the
of
same exact trip. I know it for a fact. Now you could do that. They say it on like ayahuasca, like group experiences and shit. Now on DMT, we didn't have no prior knowledge of this. We We smacked this shit. We went on this journey, and we both saw these little worker elves. All right, and that's
I
how
heard
we
about
both,
the elves, though.
That's how we both know we were in the same spot. Because when I came out of it, we both looked at each other. My other friend who was sober was like fucking talking to us, you know, like, and he was like, "Yo, what'd you see? What'd you see? What'd you see?" And I was like, "Oh, you see them fucking guys, bro? They fucking got it all figured out, man." And my boy's like, "Yeah, you saw them too." And I'm like, "Yeah, they're fucking."
What were they doing?
So, what in essence, my theory on it now is, after experiencing it and understanding it enough, is what I felt was happening in the moment was they were like pointing at me like jesters and laughing and like jokes on you. You don't see what's going on here. This is all a fucking big joke, bro. Like, we're laughing at how ill-equipped you are for decisions. You are just ultimately in your own world, and you can do anything you want. And we're sitting here throwing decisions at you, and that's all we're doing.
So that's the tone
just
you're
throwing decisions at you, and you're making them, and we're laughing at you because you really
So
control
you think
it.
we're in a simulation?
It felt like that's what they were saying. They were simulating it, and exactly what it felt like. That's exactly what that world felt like.
You ready?